If you have been struggling with heavy bleeding or period pain, PMS, headaches, really bad fatigue, breakouts, you've tried all the supplements, you've tried the detoxes, the cleanses, the juices, you've tried everything that's been marketed to you, and it hasn't been helpful, this is for you. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the real way to support your liver, whether that's through food or through supplements or any hacks that you can do at home that don't cost you a ton of money, and how to choose the best approach for your body. I'm Dr. Bala. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I help women finally get to the root of the chaos of their hormones, because if your liver isn't doing its job, your hormones aren't going to be either. So let me guess, you have spent money on expensive powders, hormone support, blends, liver detoxes, you've gotten the tea from TikTok shop, you're hoping that this finally works and it didn't. Or you're eating healthy, you're tracking your cycles, you bought the really expensive ring to tell you how stressed you are, you're cutting out gluten, you're avoiding dairy, but you're still feeling exhausted, you're bloated, you're moody, or maybe you're super tired and you cry for no reason and you feel bloated before your period. You stare at your skin and you're like, what is happening? Why is this happening to me? You're not alone. And honestly, if your liver isn't processing hormones effectively, everything else is going to feel like an uphill battle. So this is where we have to start. And I want you to know that it's not about the juices. It's not about the cleanses. It's not about all the supplements that are telling you that they're doing this. It's about finding what your body needs and figuring out why that's happening. Because when you know what your body's asking for, it might be a very simple shift, and that can make all the difference for you. So I want you to understand why liver health even matters. Your liver isn't about detoxing alcohol. It's your hormone processing powerhouse. It's metabolizing estrogen. It's helping you avoid PMS, heavy bleeding. It's helping with the pain. It's helping with period flu. It's helping with breakouts, okay? It's regulating inflammation. So if you're dealing with cramps, if you have histamine intolerance, like you get really congested before your period, you feel like you're getting sick before your period, your allergy symptoms flare before your period, you get really tired, your liver's involved. And it's filtering everything you eat, everything you breathe, everything you drink, everything you're putting on your skin, everything that's in your home, and even the things you can't control, it's filtering all of those things. So that is why your liver is so important. The second thing I need you to understand is food versus supplements. So we're always going to start with food first, because your foundation is what matters. If you're not eating these foods on a regular basis and you're trying to add in supplements to help support your liver's not going to make the progress that you're looking for. We have to start with the daily things that you're doing. What does your breakfast look like? What's in your lunch? What's in your dinner? What are your snacks? Because if you are eating out most of your meals, if you're not eating any greens, if you're not eating whole foods, if you are eating a lot of processed foods, a lot of carbs, a lot of sugar, not a lot of green, not a lot of color in your diet, and not a lot of whole foods, and you're adding in a liver support supplement, that's not going to be helpful. You're wasting your money, you're wasting your time, and your liver is like, are we kidding? You're making a mockery of your liver. So the foods that you want to be focusing on a regular basis to support your liver are going to be things like cruciferous veggies. These are anything that smells like a fart when you cook it. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, all of these are cruciferous veggies that are really helpful for supporting estrogen metabolism in your gut and your liver. So these are really, really helpful foods to include on a daily basis. I worked with one girl who had really severe acne and really bad breast tenderness. And she was like, I know it's my estrogen, I'm just not sure what to do. She started doing a kale smoothie every day because we talked about food. We talked about cruciferous veggies. She's like, if I do my kale smoothies on a regular basis, I feel really good. My breast tenderness is gone. My periods aren't as heavy. She's like, if I don't do that, because we hadn't added in anything yet, she's like, I know when I stop doing those, I start to feel my symptoms again. So her kale smoothies were kind of keeping her at baseline. You don't have to drink a kale smoothie every day. You can do a kale salad. You can eat roasted veggies, however you want to incorporate them. I'm going to let you figure that out. That's between you and ChatGPT, not me. But incorporate these on a daily basis and see how much of a difference that makes. If you guys have seen that like carrot trend, the raw carrot salad, that was a trend. And everyone's like, this is really great for hormone metabolism. This is really great for your estrogen. You know what it's doing? It's just a lot of fiber. Carrots are great. They are an antioxidant food because they are really rich in color. So you're also getting a lot of fiber. And you were probably not getting all that fiber before. And now you're eating carrot salad every day. So it wasn't the carrots. It was likely the extra fiber, the extra nutrients. So that's what I want you to realize is just doing this one little thing every single day, incorporating more cruciferous veggies can be a huge improvement in your overall hormonal health. The second thing I want you to consider food-wise are bitter greens. Arugula, dandelion, mustard greens, beet greens, anything that tastes bitter that's a green, those are bitter greens. And you can eat them before a meal. Not only will it help your digestion, but it's really, really great for your liver metabolism as well. It helps to stimulate bile flow. So when we don't have enough bile, you might notice issues with your gut. You might notice issues with your poops are really floating. They're not getting well digested. You're not digesting the fats as well because there's stagnant bile flow. Eating bitter foods is going to help with that. Beets and carrots are supporting your phase 2 liver detox pathways. So I know I mentioned carrots before, and this can be really helpful for estrogen metabolism in a secondary way, right? So not only are you getting the fiber, you're also getting the antioxidants, and it is supporting that phase 2 pathway. And then lastly, we've got lemon water, herbs, garlic, onions. All of these things are really helpful for so many different areas of your health, not only for your liver metabolism, but these things are rich in sulfur and antioxidants. So they're really helpful for so many other areas of your health, not just your liver. But bonus, it's supporting your liver to help with that estrogen metabolism, to help with that hormonal processing. And if you have ever said, I'm eating really healthy, but I still feel bloated and tired, or I want to eat clean, but I'm constantly craving sugar, or I eat really well, but my period is still awful, it might not be what you're eating, but whether your liver can keep up with everything else that's going on. So that is when we come to supplements. If you're already doing the foundational pieces, if you're already eating the cruciferous veggies, you're adding in bitters, you're drinking lots of water, you're having electrolytes on a daily basis, okay? Not just like, oh, I did that like a couple times a week and then on the weekends I binge on alcohol. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you're doing this on a regular basis as often as you can. Then, and you still have those symptoms, then we're going to talk about, okay, what supplements can we add in to help support that liver a little bit further? So supplements can help, but only if you know what your body actually needs, if your gut is actually absorbing those nutrients, and your lifestyle isn't making you more toxic than your liver can handle. Emphasis on that part, okay? Emphasis on I'm not having like 3 to 4 drinks every single weekend and then trying to eat cruciferous veggies after that. Those 3 to 4 drinks every weekend are going to ruin your liver more than you trying to make up for it by eating more cruciferous veggies the rest of the days. I'd rather you be sort of inconsistent with the cruciferous veggies and completely cut out the alcohol. So here are some supplements we can consider including if you're already really focusing on the foundational daily pieces. NAC is an antioxidant that is a precursor to glutathione, which is something that your liver makes to help with detox. So not only is it supporting your liver metabolism, we also see NAC in the research to support people who've had Tylenol toxicity. So acetaminophen toxicity, NAC can support that. They actually use it in a hospital setting. And it's pretty inexpensive as far as supplements go. So you're going to want to do higher doses. The research is anywhere from like 600 to 1200 milligrams a day. So make sure that you are doing an adequate dosing of it. That can be really supportive for your liver. It's also really supportive for respiratory health. It's really supportive for allergies. It's really amazing for cervical mucus. If you are trying to get pregnant and you need some support there, it's great for a million things. It can be really helpful for PMS, for PMDD, for histamine issues. You name it. I love NAC. The next one is milk thistle. This is an antioxidant-rich and liver-protective herb. You can drink it as a tea. You can take it as a tincture. You can eat it as a capsule. However you want to take it, totally up to you. But you are going to want at least 500 milligrams of this on a regular basis if you're going to actually want to see the effects of it. And in the research, milk thistle has been shown to actually help regenerate liver cell growth. So really, really helpful for liver metabolism. Then we've got vitamin C and B vitamins. So this can be found in a multi that has a higher amount, or you might have to take them separately. Just make sure if you are taking a multi, it has methylated forms of the B vitamins. So I want you to be using methylcobalamin as your B12 source. So it should say methyl. If you're having folate, make sure it is methyl tetrahydrofolate or a methylated folate, not folic acid. And vitamin C and B vitamins are going to support both phase 1 and phase 2 liver metabolism. So both phases of detox are being supported by both of those nutrients. But I need you to know this. If your stress is high, your gut is inflamed. It's a 1-to-1, okay? Your sleep is also a mess. There's no supplement that can override your lifestyle dysfunction. If you're binging on the weekends, if you're sleeping at random times every day, waking up at different times every morning because some days you have a meeting, some days you don't. You sleep in on the weekends. Every day is different. Your cortisol rhythm is off. Your sleep is going to be messed up. If you are binging on the weekend, like all of these are going to throw that off. So you can be taking all the B vitamins. You can be taking them in the right forms with the right dose. You can be taking milk thistle. You can be taking the high dose of NAC. It's not going to help you feel better if you're not also addressing the lifestyle pieces. And that's what so many women are doing, right? They're trying to fix a lifestyle problem with a capsule. And you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel miserable. You're going to think that natural therapies don't work because it's not a lack of the supplement. It's a lack of routine and healthy lifestyle that we need to start with, then add the supplement. And lastly, the real root issue and what you can do instead. So if you wake up already exhausted, or if you're feeling bloated even when you're eating clean, if you're experiencing a lot of emotional swings and mood swings that make you feel like a different person every single week, this isn't just about one food or one supplement. It's about building a foundation that your liver can thrive on. Give your liver the tools, give your liver the support that it's looking for. Your liver is doing so much for you. If you breathe something gross in the air outside, your liver's filtering it. If you drink something in your water that maybe shouldn't have been there, your liver is filtering it. She's doing all of that for you. Take care of her too. Hydration, minerals, electrolytes daily. Get at least 80 ounces of water every day. Add electrolytes to those, especially if you were drinking filtered water. Daily fiber, right? We talked about all the foods to focus on. Cruciferous veggies, prioritizing sleep, managing cortisol, managing stress, figuring out where the root of your stress is coming from, figuring out why you're in that overdrive, figuring out why you're in the overwhelm and what you can do about it. I know work is only so much that you can control, but what can you control? What can you be in charge of? Is it maybe the way you're orienting to work? Is it maybe your sleep? Is it maybe your bedtime routine or your morning routine or what you're doing on the weekends? Don't worry about the things you can't control. Stop focusing on how bad work is and focus on what you can do about how you're orienting to your life. This is how we go from saying, why do I feel like this all the time? To I finally feel like myself again. I finally feel like I can wake up and not worry about work. I finally feel like I have energy and space to feel like me, because then your PMS symptoms start to go away. Then your bleeding starts to lighten up. Your pain starts to improve. You start to feel like yourself again, which is honestly way more valuable than any of these other things that I can tell you. So which is better, food or supplements? The answer is both, but in the right order. Food is going to lay the foundation for your supplements to work better. Your lifestyle pieces are going to be the foundation and the gateway, so that if you're adding in a detox, if you are doing a juice cleanse, if you are buying that supplement, it's going to land better. It's going to work better. It's actually going to do its job because it has the space to do it. So if you're trying to detox your way out of hormonal chaos and it just hasn't been helping, let's chat. Schedule a call so that we can figure out what you need, what your body is asking for, and what might be the missing link, and how we can incorporate some of these lifestyle changes into your routine. Because it can be overwhelming when you're like, oh God, I have to have a full influencer lifestyle of waking up in the morning and working out and drinking my juice and drinking my smoothie and doing my ginger shot and then going for a walk and then having a treadmill desk. I don't have time to actually do my other life. That's not what it's going to look like. It's going to be things that we can fit into your life that fit for your daily routine. And we're just going to tweak a couple habits that are going to make a really big difference for your foundation so that when we do add supplements, it works better. If this video hit home for you, comment liver love so that I know you're here and that you heard it. And don't forget to subscribe, because we are done guessing. We are done suffering.